GM, everybody. This is Hefe, GM with GMI. Welcome to our morning show. We got McCallum in the house here this morning, as usual.
What's going on, partner?
And I'm sure we'll get our GMI friends showing up here. How's it going this morning?
Oh, so I'm having a great day, man. This was indeed as good of a week as I hoped for and anticipated for. It actually exceeded my initial expectations.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so excited.
Is the shed done now?
Oh man, I'll send a picture here in chat in just a little bit. It's very, very close. Wife and I were looking at it earlier and deciding that it essentially looks like a complete building now and is just missing some like interior finish touches. We got to do the flooring, and then we've got to finalize one little panel wall that is like a feature window wall. But otherwise, and then install the hot tub. But the roof is on, the outsides are done. Yesterday we had success in installing the sliding glass door. Go figure, man. So every now and then, you know, you're just in the right place at the right time. You're doing things the right way. You're on the right path.
Right.
So we started building this shed, and I arbitrarily determined a height for the interior walls. This is the first time we've built a shed like this, and so a lot of it we were kind of learning as we went. And so at one point it's like, oh, okay, well, how long do we want the studs to be for the interior wall height? Like, that's up to us. We can determine this. We just pick a number and build them, and then there they are. And so we picked a number, which was essentially 7 feet. And then after everything has been said and done, we have basically built the shed to the exact tolerance and height for this retail sliding glass door to fit in like a freaking glove.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's amazing because she found this sliding glass door on a Facebook marketplace as a secondhand. It's a new unit, but secondhand sale. And so it was not. We didn't build the shed with this door in mind. We did not know that this was the door we were going to find. And yet, once acquired, this door fit precisely into the thing that we had already built. And when things like that happen, I get like goosebumps, like
There's
the hair stands up on my hands.
There's a satisfaction with that.
Oh, for sure. It feels like a connectedness to the river of fate. It feels like I'm doing things well, and I enjoy being encouraged in that way.
Well, I wish I felt the same way about my taxes.
You're still fighting with those things, huh?
No, I'm about done. It's just right
good.
now what's happening is the federal workers are on strike right now.
Oh gosh.
And so
okay,
they picked a
y'all's,
really
like,
opportune time for them to strike, because now it's kind of like holding the government's balls, saying, you know, we're not going to do anything till we get whatever. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what they're requesting. But
I don't think that's happened before in the States. I don't think we've had a federal worker strike.
no, but you've had shutdowns, which are a little bit different. But
I guess it's similar. The whole government went on strike, I guess, in that regard. Yeah, not the workers, just the entity.
yeah, the services shut down, so you know all your government services become inaccessible. And
so you right now, what is y'all's equivalent of a IRS? I guess is currently on hiatus then.
The CRA, yeah, that's the Canada Revenue Agency.
And they're all on a little temporary principled vacation.
No, they're out in the streets with pickets, man. I don't know. They are angry. I'm not sure what they're angry about. They've been stashed away in the closet for too long. And they got some real requests now. So
and it's not just the CRA. It's all federal workers.
I believe so. It affects a lot of sectors. So mainly all the back end stuff, right? Which is where all the taxes stuff comes through. So I don't know, man. I think a couple weeks now. So 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in front of me blatantly. That's interesting. What's up, Goobs? Yeah, GM.
I got a GM with GMI bounce gate set up. It's going to my parcel. You guys can come check it out. I threw a couple pieces down.
Oh, what is this garbage Bing search bar that is?
GM, guys.
What is going on, Addison? Why is this thing showing up on my desktop?
Last night I helped run a insane Pepe space that had held over 200 people for 9 hours. It tapped out 450. I was just pumping Pepe jams the whole time. It was lit. With the Wall Street Bets Facebook guy, and a bunch of other people came up, like David Goxine and Spotty Wi-Fi and a whole bunch of people. It was sick.
Man, do you think that since this has begun, say a week ago, has the energy increased or decreased?
Increased.
Right
100%.
on.
We just
Continuing to spread, huh?
last night just got a free advertisement space for Pepe in Times Square.
It did happen already, and it became free. That's a
Yep.
double mature.
Yep. The networking in Pepe has been insane. Like
I
the
believe
people I'm meeting and rubbing elbows with, it's I don't know, like 100x than I ever could have done in Navagachi, to be
I
honest.
believe it. Well, it's just too small of an ecosystem over here. It's just us.
Yeah,
Well, if you think about it, Pepe's been around for like 20 years, so
100%.
there's a community that's been built around before crypto, and like we're just coming in here and using the tools. That's all. It's just coming in here, and if the community ever had a token, like if there was ever an ability to create a Pepe token, it would have happened a long time ago. We just didn't have.
Well, they had
infrastructure.
Pepe Cash on Bitcoin.
Yeah, but like just the adoption, the adoption just wasn't
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
The capital wasn't there, so.
I mean, the people
Yeah.
still did pretty well on that, but like, yeah, it's so much more now because people have seen the rise of Dogecoin and seen the rise of SHIB, and people don't want to get left out now.
Well, it's cool because Pepe Cash had utility in the sense that all the fake commons you need to burn Pepe Cash to actually publish a fake common piece.
Right.
But now you have Pepe
No
coin.
utility promise, nothing. Yeah.
Well, no utility promised, but like Manifold just announced a couple weeks ago when it first came out, whatever, 9 days ago, that
Yeah, they did that pretty quick.
Yeah, you can use Pepe Coin as a payment option, which is really neat for artwork. So I'm working on a Pepe themed piece right now, and I think I'm gonna launch it. As much as it's on layer 1, which I know a lot of our Polygon friends are not gonna like, but I am gonna open up a Manifold store, and I think I will launch the piece there for like 69,000 Pepe, which is like nothing. It's like 5 cents or something, but you just pay gas. You basically pay gas and a little small amount of Pepe, and you can mint this thing. So,
Right. I'm trying to make an effort of bridging Pepe over to Polygon, so we could potentially get it integrated into the Gotchiverse or any other Polygon projects. I've already talked to like Umbria Bridge and Quick Swap of like what it would take for us to successfully bridge. I posted in the Sound of the Ghost Pepe Coin Polygon that I set up just to document that progress. Hopefully we can get Pepe over here on Polygon integrated into Aavegotchi, have it be maybe because Coder Dan has said like you can drop like any ERC20 token. So if we get it successfully bridged over there, why not have like Pepe drop parties or that kind of stuff? Get people into Aavegotchi. I think it'd be really good.
So the functional liquidity, is the real goal, and that's why the Umbria and the Quick Swap bridges.
Yeah, you need about 100K for each.
Gotcha. But have you made the effort maybe to just bridge it yourself already? At least just LBAG, and just go ahead and claim that first trophy to have been the wallet that brought it over?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to waste my Pepe and my gas.
Yeah, I hear that.
I'd rather like be the one who successfully like made it simple to bridge than be the first one to bridge over and have my Pepe just stuck over there and being like, guys, come over here so I can trade my Pepe.
Hey, someone please join me.
Right? Yeah.
Right on. Well, good luck, man. Yeah, that's the easy effort. Umbria and those boutique teams, those are good ones to start with. Maybe Hop as well.
Yeah, and I talked to the Ask Pepe team on like Twitter Spaces. If I can successfully bridge it over, there might be some partnership stuff there. They have like a 17-person team of like a bunch of people in the space, like Polydoge and a bunch of other people that they're doing a bunch of like integrations. It's interesting, but much rather have the actual Pepe over on Polygon.
For sure, agreed. There's no actual reasoning to specifically derivative or fork. Like, there's no reason you can't just bring over the.
Yeah, they just wanted their own project, as far as I see. I mean,
agreed.
That's fine, but I mean, support Pepe. Like, don't coattail. Like, it's just annoying.
Well,
I got a proto link on my parcel right now.
I see that now.
I can use some
shit!
backup.
He saw me.
Okay, wait. Where are you at? Right now?
I'm running. I'm going to the west right now from your parcel. I'm out here on the road.
I'm hopping in with Erie.
Yeah, you'll see the GM with GMI Bounce Gate hanging out there.
Okay, there's
nice parcel too, by the way. Hefe's gonna give you a shout out here. It looks like you're preparing for Fake Fest.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, Dang.
Oh man, I'm just standing over here and he's gonna pop shot me like that. That's wrong. This is one of my favorite things, is the ability to socialize like this. Actually spend time in the Gotchiverse.
Doing things, you know?
Oh, and I just hit 1K on Twitter, which is pretty lit.
Heck yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I more than doubled my account in the past 3 weeks.
I believe it.
Yeah, most spaces, man, they will grow your account.
Alright. Sorry, friends in the audience, for the slight distraction. We're just working a little bit of Gotchiverse business.
We're working
here
a little bit.
moment. There's Addison to the rescue.
We need some backup.
Oh, that's Light Piglet. That's perfect.
I'm up in them now.
Yeah, we're in good shape now. This has been one of my favorite things so far, Hefe, is the actual opportunity for persistent realm is a big deal. It's so fun to not to be able to be like, oh, what server instance are y'all in? Okay.
It's like, hey, let's just spin up our own little game battle instance right now. Let's drop some of these things and let's get it going, you know?
I tell you what, man, I did indeed. My self-named Gotchi is my most turd of a Gotchi that I own.
Most turd, okay.
He's terrible. He's terrible. Nice kill. This guy ain't got no energy. He ain't got no fucking health. He ain't got much, man. There we go. Well done. So guys, yeah, tonight we will be having a GMI Syncopator call, and so that'll happen at, oh, nice, thanks. Okay. 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Was that 10 p.m. Eastern? Who knows what it is in UTC. But we'll be kind of just going over GMI business. We're going to be slightly obsessed for the next maybe month and a half or so for our next core event, which we're essentially planning the next GMI Art Summit. And so that's going to be coming together. And we'll be doing a lot of brainstorming, a lot of ideation. I'll be leaning on a lot of y'all to see what you want to see happen at this next Art Summit and what we want to highlight. But one thing we do know is that the main goal of it is all about fake gotchis. The last Art Summit was pre-fake gotchi, and so now we've got that to discuss. And so we want to bring a lot of attention to the fake gotchi ecosystem. So we're thinking not just about the artists and the creators, but also the collectors as well.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a lot of things we're thinking about that can bring awareness, recognition, and opportunity to not only creators but also collectors. So it's going to be a blast, and so we'll kind of spend tonight's Syncopator to introduce that concept at length, and then we'll start ideating and brainstorming and getting things down on an ocean, because it's going to take a little bit of time, but we don't have much runway. We're hoping to do this maybe by the end of May, maybe early June, something like that. So we got about a month.
I think first and foremost, we should think about our order of events, because we always leave invites for the shows to the end, and that it's just less of a chance for that to work out, especially if we want some well-known guests to be on the show. And so, let's maybe spend tonight ideating about who we might want to have on the panels, because
Sure.
I want to mix. I want to mix of internal and external. So if there's specific people we want, if we want Pepinardo, or we want some other external fake rare people to come in and do their bit, or be on a panel, we should try and figure that out first now, and then let's build the events around that. That's kind of a little bit different of an approach, but I think it's going to work out better.
Well, I think we should do something. Every time we do one of these things, it should be a hell of a lot better than the last one we did.
Yes.
And so,
yes.
So I'm definitely leaning in that same regard too. So yeah, those are great ideas, and we'll be getting all that stuff put together. We'll be activating, kind of volunteer summit staff that wants to be involved in some of the key orchestration and the networking and the building of bridges. The working title I'm leaning on here in my head is Fake Fest. This can evolve. We can see what else we come up with, but essentially, not only is it going to be focused on the fake gotchi ecosystem, but just all aspects of the fake culture movement, and just the artistic renaissance that has been generated from this particular segment of our digital space. And so it's going to be dope. Yeah. Oh man, Light Piglet, did you get through 5 though? Son of a gun. So we're talking about the Infinity Keys Gotchi Dippity quest here. Just for a quick sidebar, we got Leonardo da Gotchi in here. And this thing's been a beast Friends. I don't know if you haven't had a chance to check out Infinity Keys. Big shout out to Roxiano. Roxiano just released a really great Infinity Keys video guide. And so I love that she still keeps sniping and working from the shadows. You know, we don't get to see her as much as I'd like to in this the comment spaces or the Saturday Hangouts or whatnot. But she's definitely still busting ass over there. And so, Gotchidipity's stumping people left and right, man. Have you taken a swing at it yet, Hefe?
I got my Gotchidipity puzzle. Like, I got the first piece of the puzzle. I got my fake Gotchi. So now I have to go in. I think I might get a head start by watching Roxiano's video first and then see how far I can get. So.
Oh, I tell you what, man. I mean, I'm watching Magic, and so Magic's the founder at Infinity Keys, and even he is just like mentally being challenged in a big way by Gotchidipity. This is one of the most intense puzzle packs that they've ever hosted. So big kudos. Leonardo da Gacci practically did this whole entire process himself. He didn't have too much help in his lore or his puzzle creation. He practically showed up, you know, with a complete package. Just wild level of respect for that integration. Infinity Keys is massively impressed because this is how it's like meant to be utilized. This was the whole point in their mind. Leonardo's utilizing their infrastructure to its fullest.
Yeah, totally.
Oh gosh, Light Piglet, that doesn't sound encouraging. 5 is where I'm at right now, and so there is a group of us. There is a group of Gotchi Gang inside the Infinity Keys Discord. We have our own special channel over there, Secret Society channel. But you have to do your guild.xyz integration to get your roles set up. So there are places to get help. If you're trying these puzzles and you're stuck, there are happy friends over there that will help you with some decent and useful assistance.
Guild
Even though they won't
XYZ.
just give it to you.
That's what we need to. Okay.
Yeah, we could use guild.xyz for some role work too, actually. Leonardo likes it. Infinity Keys likes it. Some smart friends are using it.
Well, if other people are using it, that actually makes a stronger use case, because with a lot of these services, the major benefit from them is you can collaborate with other communities on those services. So if we have like 5 other guilds using it, we should get on there for sure.
Right on. Yeah, we'll check it out for sure. Yeah, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to go explore in depth as well Leonardo da Gacci's server, Fake Lore. He has this branded by GMI and has this under the GMI shell with Gotchi goodies. But man, this guy's a beast. This guy's a beast, and it's one of the better built community servers in the entire Aavegotchi ecosystem in general.
Did he build that himself, or?
Oh man, he is learning all skills. Like he's going John Gotchi on us.
Oh. That's awesome.
There's a link for that server as well. Y'all are welcome to jump in there with us. Lots of cool things happening if you want to follow along with his creative career. Quite honestly, it's a great place to be. You know, catch all the hottest alpha from Leonardo as he's doing it. That's his stopping grounds there. Leonardo, for me at least, I definitely wouldn't be cracking these puzzles without hints. They're definitely above my riddle IQ threshold. Tech, I was wondering about that. Let me just read this. Let's see. Guild XYZ is better than Collab Land in my opinion. It was able to add Gnosis Safe to Guild XYZ profile. Collab did not work. Interesting. Okay, right on. I will check it out. I was just yesterday wondering why I'm seeing more Guild XYZ than Collab Land. Even considering their recent DAO launch and big energy surrounding all this new development there, I'm still seeing more people using Guild.xyz. Something coming from Fake Lore. This is from Leonardo da Gacci. So yeah, planning to be presenting on the Hangout. So great opportunity, guys, to hang out there in his server and watch him going along too. Same thing, Roxiano. She's got a personal server. She's got a private creation space.
We should pump that a little bit, because she's doing some real special stuff in there, especially if you hold one of her OG pieces, which I do.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the whole point. It is a collector's server. It's not like just a front end public server. You do need to have a Roxy piece to get the most benefit out of this space. But I'm happy to share that here as well and let folks be aware of it and the reality that these artists are doing lots. Just because we don't see a high frequency of production doesn't mean that there isn't a high level of commitment.
And this is the type of stuff I would like to discuss at the next Fake Fest, is I want to make sure we highlight these. I want to make sure by the end of it we've 10x'd Leonardo DeGacci's server, we've 10x'd Roxiano's server, and we have, way more friends in there. So
100%. That is absolutely well said. That's kind of the whole goal here, right? Is to bring this energy and attention to these friends, because the Fake Gotchi ecosystem's done something a little over $600,000 worth of volume since it's been generated. And the Forge has been able to claim a lot of glory for the economic activity that it's generated since launch, and they've secured a massive tranche of funding, in name of that economic activity that they've generated. Whereas Fake Gotchis has done almost 2.3-ish x on that Forge volume.
yeah.
And there's nobody advocating for the Fake Gotchi people. And so where's the Alchemica spending competition for Fake Gotchis? Where's the tranche of $50,000 rewards for Fake Gotchi collectors and creators and things like that? So that's what we're going to try to focus on really hard with this event, is bringing a lot of awareness to this portion of our ecosystem, because there's a lot of value in it. Art works. We've seen this in other fake cultures, and we're watching this with Pepe and the power of the memes. And so we have a lot of opportunity here. So really feeling like a great opportunity for us to host an event focused on that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we can cross over some communities here. We have a great Pepe community, like you said. That's going to be a great crossover. If there are other communities we can think of that would vibe really well, I could think the sandbox community, certain aspects might vibe really well with what we're doing here at Aavegotchi. So, and it's not supposed to be Aavegotchi centric, it's fake centric, so everything fake is allowed. So I think we could have some really interesting panels, and we could also have some really interesting we could just make it really fun, so it'll be a good time.
Yeah, there you go. Otherwise, what was kind of like your highlights of the week, I suppose? We're wrapping up another one. We're about to dive into Gotchi Weekend.
Highlights of the week. I would say highlights of the week for me would be setting up my garden. So it was an IRL thing for me. Is I set up my full, and I say it's a garden, but it's actually a more of a small scale agriculture operation. It's gonna be pretty good. My goal for this summer is to not visit the grocery store. And so
you're crazy, man. And that is a great goal.
I mean, I'll go to the grocery store just for things I can't raise chickens and stuff here, but I'll have to deal with that for now. But I will not be buying vegetables from a grocery store this summer.
It's you just reminded me of something I was watching last night. So I'm local here to Arizona, and Southwest U.S. is obviously a big desert, and water's really precious here, and agriculture and deserts don't really mix. But there's this big controversy going on in Arizona right now that the locals are starting to essentially retaliate against foreign-owned farming operations that have moved into the state. And so basically, like the state's largest agricultural operation is this gigantic alfalfa farm, and it's owned by the Saudi Arabian dairy company because it has been outlawed to grow alfalfa in Saudi Arabia. So they buy the land in Arizona where there are no regulations on groundwater pumping. So they come over here and build these gigantic water pump facilities and just go ham on the groundwater. And they grow alfalfa at a wild rate, because since it's so damn sunny in the desert, they can grow it 12 months out of the year. It just doesn't grow because there's no water for it. So as long as you can irrigate it, then it grows like crazy. And then they put it all on barges and ship it to Saudi Arabia.
Interesting. And here they are blabbing to us about carbon this, carbon that. Get out of here, man. Get
absolutely,
out of here with this
dude.
Nonsense.
They're growing grass on the other side of the planet and shipping it back to them.
When you hear shit like that, you're like, get out of my face with your 2 tons of carbon bullshit. I am not buying into that.
Oh,
at
hang on. We got to
Leonardo.
pause here, though. Yeah, exactly. I just saw that, too.
Yeah, he caught my eye, man. Leonardo, I would love some heirloom seeds. I've been growing F1 hybrid seeds, so you can't actually, like, if I took my plants and got them to seed, I can't replant them next year because the plants will grow all messed up. They'll be like stunted and shit. So you gotta, yeah.
Did we just create the GMI seed swap?
Maybe we did. I mean, I'm up for swapping all kinds of seeds, man. Y'all holler
I
at
would
me.
too. Well, we can definitely do some seed banking amongst ourselves. That was not necessarily what I went into this business line for, but
we got the GMI seed vault.
Yeah, all of a sudden, yeah. Hold on now, never mind. Decentralized seed banking, baby. That's where it is.
Actually, you might be onto something there, but that's a separate conversation. What's
All right.
this? Alpha alert. Alpha alert.
Okay.
Let's get this up.
For sure, Tech. Absolutely. I think I did something incorrect, though. I put GMI in the recent Gitcoin beta grants, and I haven't seen it go live, and the grants are live right now, and so I think maybe I just didn't do something right. I'm a little salty with Gitcoin right now, man. Their protocol, the 3 chains that they're supporting right now is Mainnet, Optimism, and Phantom.
Phantom?
Yeah, and so like I'm borderline abandoning it. There's a big part of me that's like, never mind, friends, see ya. But that's disappointing to me. Like, I'm sad about the situation because I love Gitcoin. I've learned a lot from them, and I don't know what's happening right now. All right, let me watch this video.
Okay, Protolink V2 initializing.
Nice. This is gonna be perfect. This is probably in time for our next hangout then, huh?
Oh wow. Jeez.
Tech, are you talking about actually pulling Matic? Like, are you talking about trying to create a little community node or something like that? I'm super into things like that. As we're seeing more things like that develop, there'd be cool stuff to see for GMI to be able to be some node validators as we talk about things like Gotchichain and stuff. Cool ideas, opportunities there potentially.
I would love to see a Gotchi lab. You know, all these proto-licks and everything give me like crazy ideas. I'd love to see a Gotchi lab where you can combine different types of Alchemica and make your own proto-licks with like their own abilities and like
a proto-lick workshop.
Yeah, proto-lick workshop. So you can start building these things, and it's like the Gotchis are now building their synthetic proto-licks because it's like we're getting ready. You know, it's a good idea. It's like being in the gravitron before you go out into space. It's like we're getting ready for the big event. You know, we're getting ready for the battle.
You know, and if anything, it imports, you know, kind of the whole entire core mechanic and business model of Sandbox and Decentraland. The idea of community-sourced creators being able to build these assets, you know, and provide them for purchase is the lifeblood of Decentraland and Sandbox. You know, They don't have as much fun as I think we already maybe kind of have. That's a little bit bold, but you know, raw on the top, Decentraland and Sandbox don't have a fun element built in. Somebody else must show up and build a mini game essentially within their infrastructure to make something fun.
Yeah.
And so at least natively, Avagachi I think is a little more fun at its core. Without us, the devs still have a gameplay concept in mind.
Someone else could come in and create an experience for sure.
Exactly. But yeah, we could also have it to where the community members, I mean, this is essentially the idea of potentially wearables and stuff too. We got some balancing to manage with, you know, stats, contributions, but like monster building, that could be something that could be pretty open, community sourced without like breaking the game in a bad way. It wouldn't ruin wearables or anything. We could do community sourced monster building, dungeon building. That could be cool.
I think monster building and dungeon building would be the two like two paths of least resistance to go down in terms of opposition and in terms of like engagement. So
that still reminds me of that game. I'll have to maybe take a snip or a trailer or something to share that Meet Your Maker is what it's called. And I continue to play it and continue to think that it's a decent model. Yeah, if we had something similar to that and I could go play in Hefe's dungeon where I try to like navigate through this space that you've created full of licks and traps and environmental hazards, and you know, my goal is to make it through and your goal is to kill me. there could be a whole entire aspect of that kind of stuff.
And as we've seen with Infinity Keys, a lot of us are puzzle doers and puzzle makers. And so I think a lot of us inherently would enjoy that. I think that'd be a good experience.
Absolutely.
But we're at the end of our half an hour here. I think for once we should try and end it close to the half an hour. Is there anything we should say to folks before we sign off here for the morning? What are we looking forward to today?
Syncopators tonight. If you've got the opportunity and you got the timeline, please slot it in on your calendars. 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll hang out for at least an hour. We hopefully maybe not 2. We'll try to keep that one a little tight as well. I think we're mostly just going to be focused on talking about the incoming artist summit concept, and so hopefully it won't stretch out too long. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Take opportunity and come join us at the Syncopator tonight.
Yep. Don't forget Block Party also at 7 p.m. Eastern with No Futuristic. And we'll be chopping it up there. We'll be doing some arena stuff, and we'll be, maybe doing some curating of fake gotchis. I'll actually release my I'll release the Astra Avagachi tonight as well. We can do that live.
Oh, cool! You're past it's through the minting queue.
It made it through the queue. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So I'm stoked for that. So we'll get that out there. And
I'll warn Smokescreens, and we'll see if we can't get him there with you, and he can kick you his one-hit wonders. We can do a public burning, and you can go ahead and issue the first Ad Astra.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it.
Block Party. Fun. I'll let him know.
All right, man.
All right, friends. Thank y'all so much. Huge turnout this morning. Appreciate all y'all friends supporting us. It's always a GM with GMI. I guess one last shill too is I got the Gotchi Brothers episode up. Hefe and I did an interview yesterday morning with Sinad from ThriveCoin. We think it went really well. He's a really good presenter, good concepts, just shares very well. And so big shout out to him for taking time to hang out with us. Their proposal is still live for ThriveCoin, so if you're interested at all, I think you take a listen to that episode. He's got some inspiring concepts in there. All right,
friends. Actually, you've reminded me. Actually, last minute thing here. Dowlens has put up a tweet thread from me from Eat Denver. I forgot I even did this, but I did a kind of mini interview on Dowlens, and they also plugged the Twitter thread that I just did. So definitely check that out. Go give that a couple likes, give it some love, and
give us a link for that in the general if you would too, so we can follow up with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm gonna grab this Goobs link here. So there's a space right now for the All Roads lead to Polygon, and Dr. Wagme's hanging out on stage over there as well. So I'll grab that, get those up here in the general, so we can start paying attention to the other things we've got to hang out and participate in for the day. All right, friends, appreciate y'all so much. Let's have a good Friday, and we'll see y'all this evening for Gotchi Friday Night Lights.
Hell yeah. Later, friends. We'll see you tonight. Otherwise, have a good Friday. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. UTC at the Hangout. Peace.